Hey, how's it going? My name is Fuzz and I'm an electronic dance music artist. So in this video, we're going to be doing a Q&A session. So I'm going to be answering the questions I got from my fans. Let's go. Okay, so the first question we got is, what's the story behind your stage name? So Fuzz. So the story behind Fuzz is my actual government name is Fazzel, and it means virtuous I'm Persian, but in Arabic it means virtuous. And my family members, all my friends call me Fuzzy. And so from Fuzzy, I turned into DJ Fuzz, and where you have the DJ in front of your name, and it was actually spelled F-U-Z. And that's when I was doing, clubs, bars, like birthdays, house parties, all that stuff. And then I really didn't want the DJ in my name, the DJ title, and I just wanted to be Fuzz. But like the F-U-Z was already taken on Instagram, on kind of social media like Spotify, everywhere it was taken. After seeing the brand Bulgari where they use a V instead of a U, I was like, okay, like that's pretty cool. Why don't we try that? Decided to use the V instead of a U to make FVZ, which spells out Fuzz. Okay, so the second question is, what's the most memorable moment from your career so far? The most memorable is my first show ever. So I believe it was 2 years ago. I was so nervous, super anxious about my first show, first ticketed show. And I booked a venue. It was a little bit sketchy, where like it was on the third or fourth floor of office building, where during the day they would have, it was an accounting firm, but at night or over weekends it actually was a venue. Bear with me. The elevator actually, it needed an operator, like a person to actually operate the elevator, like back in the day, to make the elevator go up, and kind of like you tell the operator what floor you want to go, and they actually like control the elevator. So buttons not really a thing. Me and 100 of my friends, and like their friends obviously, we sold out. The venue was 100 people capacity, and so we sold out that venue, and it was around maybe like $40 like tickets, but it was open bar. So my first show ever, I had Cosmic Cat. She's an amazing DJ, check her out. She also performed that night, and we sold out that night, and it was so much fun. We both played the music we liked, and just vibes. Saw my friends, like everyone came to support me, and honestly that meant a lot. And so that will always be my first show ever. Like if I played like bigger stages, yes, it's gonna be amazing, but the first time is just, you never forget your first time. What can I say? Okay, so the third question is, how do you handle creative blocks or lack of inspiration? I love this question because like you can't really force creativity, for me at least. So drives, if you can drive somewhere, just drive around and listen to music, listen to podcasts, and just take your mind off of whatever you're doing at the moment. That is something that helps me a lot. Whether if it's exercise or just going for a walk, fresh air, nature, exercise, that also kind of like takes you out of kind of like whatever writer's block you have. So highly recommend that. So the fourth question is, do you have a pre-show ritual or superstition? Yes, I do. Like, I guess pre-show ritual is that I have to have a outside meal, and I don't really do home cooked meals. The meal before the show, and that just started from you're on the road, you have shows, you don't really have the luxury of having home cooked meals like the meal before your show. So I just made it a ritual, whether if it's like if you go to a steak place or you go to a burger place or chicken, whatever that might be. So you're eating out, and also 15-30 minutes before the show, I do a little, you can call it meditation, visualization. I just visualize my set, right? So I kind of like close my eyes, kind of imagine that I'm on the stage, kind of like DJing, and people are loving it, and everything's happening as it should, and that puts my mind at ease. And so if you have stage fright or you get really nervous about how things turn out, I highly recommend you to do some visualization kind of practice, and it helped me a lot, and I'm sure it's gonna help you too. The next question is, if your music was a color, what would it be and why? Honestly, it would have to be yellow. Yellow and like a warm yellow. Warm yellow just because it's a warm color. Just yellow as in general. It's a warm color. Whenever like it represents the sun, like the heat. Summer, it's just like everything's green, you know, the flowers are there, like everyone's kind of having fun. And so the kind of like the opposite of that would be kind of like and white, where kind of for me it represents kind of like winter and kind of everything being cold. And so not a lot of social things, at least for me, happen during the winter. But summer is, you know, everyone's out, everyone's having a blast, you know, you're by the beach, you're grabbing ice cream, and so everyone's happy, everyone's kind of like together. That's the feeling that I want my art and my music to represent. So I would have to go with yellow. Okay, so this is actually a pretty cool one. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received about pursuing a career in the music industry? I have to give this credit to Diplo. I believe it was the Amsterdam dance event. So Diplo essentially mentioned three things. He mentioned that one, to make sure the song you're making or the sound you're creating for yourself is hard to replicate. So another DJ or producer hears the song, they can't, you know, it's harder for them to replicate like the day after. So it's kind of, you have your unique sound and it's harder for people to copy you. Second is try to kind of incorporate authenticity. So don't try to copy anyone else. Try to see what happened in your life from your experiences, from your childhood, from your kind of upbringing, from the things that, you know, life experiences, and essentially put all of those things together and use that, because no one else has lived your life. And so all of those influences make up kind of you and your sound, and that is going to help you differentiate. Whereas if you are copying another artist, you know, there's like 10, 15, hundreds of other people trying to, you know, copy a certain sound, and that you're just gonna, like, your competition is gonna be a lot higher when you're kind of like trying to copy someone, whereas you're trying to create the sound that, you know, resonates with you. Okay, so we have, what's your favorite venue or city to perform in and why? I would have to say the favorite city to perform is by far Ibiza, Spain. And the reason why is there is a venue called Pacha. It's Destino Pacha, and it's a resort, so it's like a hotel, but it has a stage and kind of like a venue that it's overlooking the ocean. Like as a DJ, you're looking at the crowd, and then after the crowd, it's actually just water. And when you're DJing and people are kind of like in front of you, kind of like jumping up and down and dancing, you are seeing that, and also you have the ocean view as a DJ. Where in North America, at least, I haven't played anywhere that's like that, especially in Toronto. I'm choosing that stage as my favorite so far. Okay, so the next question is, what's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on stage? That is my laptop not working. I know it's super embarrassing, at least as a DJ, that you show up, you know, you've prepared, hopefully everything is like working. Like you've prepared everything, and you know you're excited, people are waiting for you, and you plug in your laptop and your laptop just says, you know what, today's not the day that I'm gonna work. You obviously have your USBs and you have your kind of like backup laptop and all of that stuff, but it just throws such a curveball that you're not ready for, and it just throws you off your game a little bit. But at the same time, you have to kind of be ready, and you've already practiced that scenarios. But it's just, as a DJ, it was embarrassing because you have people that are playing before you, and then you have people playing after you, and I had to ask the person that was playing before me, hey, can you play a little bit longer while I'm trying to figure out my laptop and see if it's working or not and why it's not working. And so like they play, you know, 10-15 minutes more than what they're getting paid to do, and the venue owner is also kind of like over and kind of like watching the whole situation like unfold and saying like, hey, like you're gonna be getting paid for this time that you're not playing, so kind of like you gotta start playing soon. And so it's just like pressure, embarrassment, and you're like, never again. Yeah, most embarrassing story. Okay, so the next question is, what's the most memorable fan gift you've ever received? This is actually pretty easy for me. So, few of my best friends, after me releasing my first ever song called On My Way, go check it out, featuring Sierra, amazing singer, they actually got me a printout of the shirt for my birthday, and it just has the album art cover. It's super, I don't know, it's memorable. It's always gonna be my first song ever that I released, and I'm super proud of that song. I mean, it's just such a memorable gift that, you know, you're never gonna forget it. Okay, so first I want to thank everyone for sending me those questions. There is tons more, but we're gonna do a part 2 of this video, and we're gonna answer some more questions. But again, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, press the like button, and if you have questions that you want me to answer, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want to see more of my work and kind of get to know me a little bit more, press this video right here that's waiting for you. This is Fuzz, and yeah, catch you on the next one.